Hi there, YouTube. So we're going to talk about 5 different careers that you can have without being too technical, and basically jobs that are non-coding jobs in tech. Oh yes, they have them. So I'm going to start off first with my favorite, which just so happens to be a QA engineer, quality assurance, or sometimes known as the software test engineer. And what the software test engineer does is that they test the software that's been built by the developer. Okay, so once the developer is done, the software test engineer comes in to test for any bugs or any discrepancies in how the software works. So for instance, if the software, you click on a button and it's supposed to go right and it doesn't, or it goes left, or if you are not allowed to put certain characters into certain fields, so like capitalized letters and all that, that's what the software test engineer does. So that's one of the things the software test engineer does. So careers pay pretty well. Some folks even earn 6 figures based on that. So you don't have to be a coder to do that. So next we have the sales development rep. I love this one. This one is really nice. If you're outgoing and you love people, this is the role for you. There are actually boot camps out there that do help you get started. This one I really love. It's SV Academy. They're pretty good. So they train folks on how to be a software development rep. So just a quick word there. So, but this is a career you can do if you're really good at sales, or you just love interacting with people and not trying to sell anything, but more like you're trying to find out what the needs of the customer is. So, and how your software fits into that need. It's quite lucrative. I mean, there's a nice base salary for a software development rep. And aside from that, if you meet your quota, you get some good money. So something to look into. A software development rep. There are lots of jobs for it. They have a lot of entry-level jobs too, so you can just apply and get into it. Okay, now the third one is a technical writer. I love this because I love to write. Of course, my background is in tech, all different areas. I've been a developer, I've been a database administrator, and I've been a data architect. I've done different roles. I've also done the SDR role. So I have done a little bit of everything. And so I'm just telling you what the various roles that don't require coding. I have done coding too, Java back in the day. But so back to the technical writer. So the technical writer is the person that writes the guides for the software, how it works. So if you've ever seen, like, even on Facebook, the frequently asked questions, well, that's what the technical writer does. It's great for folks who love to write and who love to communicate with the clients, and the clients really love and need the technical writer because they need someone to document how their software works. You know, it's always great. So that's another known coding role you can do. And then the fourth one is a technical recruiter. You can recruit for technology companies if you're very outgoing. You can match the software developers or whoever is looking for a role within the company in the technology space with your employer. So that's a great one to get into. Lots of entry-level jobs there too. And then the fifth one, which I really like, is a project manager. A project manager makes sure everything's on track. So make sure that in the projects, people are staying on track to get the work done within the allocated time. So if you're someone who's really good on time management and you love working with people and you can get schedules together and ensure that your team is working right, this is the job for you. You don't need to code, and it pays excellent. It sure does. And then next we have the UX and UI designer. So if you're into the design, you're gonna design the look and the feel of the software. And of course, there's always a need for UX UI designers, and there's also a need for a UX researcher who researches and gets the team together so that they can have folks who can give their input from outside into the software development process. So it's a good one. It's a really good one to look into. UX, UI designer, and then the UX researcher. Okay, next we have the business analyst. The business analyst is the person that collects the requirements. The requirements analysts, they're interchangeable depending on the company. So they go to the business and they find out what the needs are and they document the requirements, and then they also talk to the technical team and then see how it fits together. So that's a good one to have as well. So there you have it. Those are like tech jobs you can do that require no coding and pay really, really well. So, oh, I almost forgot. Another favorite of mine is the technical sales consultant. So what you do is you go out there and you demo the product for the client, and based on the client's needs. So if the client says, we need this software that does XYZ, and your software does that, so you will create a demo for the client, and you don't carry a quota with this one. So that's one to look into, a technical sales consultant. Highly paid. I mean, talking 6 figures and up. So look into that, technical sales consultant. And thank you so much for joining my channel today. This is just a short video just to kind of get you into what I'll be talking about. So like I said, I'm going to be talking about careers, I'm going to be talking about finance, and I'm going to be talking about tech, things I love, a little bit of lifestyle trolling there. So once again, thanks so much for watching this video. And I do hope you go out there and get one of these jobs and let me know in the comments how it worked out. But once again, let's just go over it. We have the test engineer. We have the project manager. We have the business analyst, requirements analyst. We have the technical writer. We have a technical recruiter. We have a UI UX designer. And then we have the UX researcher. And of course we have the sales development rep, where you go out and you sell the technology products to companies, and basically your job as an SDR is pretty much matching a potential client to your account executive and just scheduling a discussion. That's it. That's all you need to do. You don't have to actually sell the product all the way. You just have to speak with the person and work with them to see if this is a need that they require for their company, and if it works out that your software does what they need, they could come for a demo or some introductory call. And that's all you need to do. Once you've done that, it's hands off. So sales development rep is a good one to get into. I always tell people, if they want to get started in tech, you could do the sales development rep, or you can start out with the test engineer. They're always looking for folks, and if you're someone who loves to check that out, then you might as well. Oh, I almost forgot, there's also one more, the IT auditor. So you go out and make sure that the software is being used by the companies based on the licenses. That's another good one. So that's not technical in the sense that you do not have to code. So yeah, one more bonus, the IT auditor. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I'm excited to be back here, and we'll talk some more. Thanks again. And please subscribe. Thanks.